So settling into your comfortable seat to begin. You can close your eyes if that feels good to you. Just start to give ourselves a chance to tune in, notice what's here, notice how you feel, maybe a chance to collect your thoughts. And then move into your breath. Starting by paying attention to the length and the depth and the ease of inhalation and exhalation. And then gradually lengthening each breath, finding a balance between the in-breath and out-breath. And then beginning to direct your breath. So moving into three-part pranayama, with your next inhalation, think about filling your body with breath from the base of your pelvis up to about your navel. So low belly fills with breath, and then we pause. And then you'll fill your rib cage with breath from the bottom of your ribs to maybe the tips of your shoulder blades. And then we can continue the inhalation and let the breath rise all the way up to the tops of your shoulders. Torso is completely filled with breath. And you can exhale the top 1/3 and exhale the middle 1/3 and exhale completely empty. You can inhale the bottom 1/3 and then inhale the middle 1/3. Inhale, fill all the way to the top. Exhale, top. Exhale, middle. Exhale, bottom. And again, inhale to the bottom. This time, lengthen the pauses. And then inhale through the middle. And inhale, fill all the way to the top. And exhale the top. Exhale the middle. Exhale completely empty. We'll take one more cycle of three-part breath, lengthening the pauses even more this time. Lengthening the pauses as much as you reasonably can. Inhaling to the bottom. And inhaling to the middle. And inhaling, filling all the way to the top with breath. Exhale the top. Exhale the middle. Exhale completely empty. Now you can surrender the control of your breath. If you're sitting on a prop at the moment, slide it out from underneath you. And then you can shift towards your right hip. If you happen to be on your yoga mat, you'll be at about the midpoint of your yoga mat. Just let our knees stack, left knee just behind the right foot, and work our way down into the deer pose twist. So walking forearms down towards the floor. If you happen to have a blanket or a bolster that you could support yourself on, you could place that. It will take about 2 minutes, just melting into this shape. One forearm on either side of your support, maybe even turning your left ear down towards your support. So being here, and you might find it interesting to continue with that slightly directed, slightly segmented breath. It may feel better simply to release and let go completely here, letting go of the control of your breath as well as the work in your body. And you can notice what's going on in your mind. Let the thoughts come and go. There's no need to light on any particular thought. You can just let them pass through. We'll give ourselves another 2 or 3 slow breaths in this shape. And there's no need to rush, but at some point over the next few moments, you can help yourself up. We'll move into the deer twist on the other side. So you can sit now on your left hip, tucking right knee back behind your left foot, turning toward the head of your mat. You might place a support underneath your chest if you have one available, and we'll rotate around. If you're using a support, one arm on either side, we'll just rest down into the support, letting go into the twist on this side. And again, you can notice where there's tension, where there's spaciousness. Notice what it feels like to breathe. Notice the ebb and flow of thoughts and emotions. You can notice too the slowing of your breath, the natural pauses that develop. And once more, no need to rush. Start to think about coming out of this pose. You can walk your way upright. We'll find our way to our backs. Let's take one more brief stint in a yin posture. If you happen to have a support, a pillow, a blanket, place it behind you along the length of your spine. You can let your arms drop out to the side. You can let your head rest back, and it might also feel good to take the soles of your feet together and drop your knees out to the side here. So spine supported, certainly. A little gentle supported back bend. Possibly Baddha Konasana in your legs, with your feet together, knees dropping out to the side, and a little release in your hips and low belly, as well as in the area around your heart. As we hold this posture for another minute or so, you can pay attention to the length of your spine, the sensations you feel along the length of your spine, the channel for energy along the front of your spine. You might notice some interestingly energetic spots. They might correspond with the location of chakras at the tail and the sacrum and the solar plexus, the center of the chest, the throat, third eye, and crown. But your experience might be a little different. Maybe your bright spots are elsewhere. Just notice. And we'll be here in our supported back bend for another 3 or 4 or 5 breaths. And when it feels like time to move to your position for Yoga Nidra, begin to make your way out of this pose. You can reach down with your hands, help your knees in towards each other, help yourself off your support. And for a practice of Yoga Nidra, you want to be as comfortable as you possibly can. Ideally, you will be laying down for this. Make sure you're supported, maybe a support behind your knees, maybe a support behind your head. You can cover yourself with a blanket. You could find an eye pillow and put that over your eyes, or a little scarf over your eyes if that would feel good. Get as comfortable as you can. Prepare your space to support you in this deep relaxation. Maybe something like this, knees supported, head supported, cozy blanket. And we'll begin the practice of Yoga Nidra. So as we begin this practice, I invite you to find an inner resource. And this might be a memory of a place where you felt safe and happy and secure. It might be an image that comes to your mind when you think about this sense of security and support. It might be simply a felt sense. What does it feel like to be taken care of? To be nourished? Experience that memory, that image, that felt sense. Immerse yourself in that. And know that this is always there for you. This inner resource is always there. Come to it at every opportunity. And sheltered in this space of your inner resource, you can take your attention fully to your right foot. Feel the sensations you feel in your right foot, the tips of your toes and the sole of your foot, your heel, your ankle, the inside and the outside. You can feel the weight of your foot against the floor. You can feel the temperature of the air on your skin. You can feel the texture of anything that's touching you. Your right foot is alive with sensation. There's so much to feel that all of your attention can be drawn to what you feel in your right foot. And you can feel your right ankle. And you can feel your shin bone, your shin, your calf. You can feel your whole right lower leg, from toes to knee. Your attention captivated by what you feel in your right leg. And attention shifts to your left toes. Feeling each individual toe, feeling the sole of your foot and the top of your foot. feeling your ankle, feeling your shin. You can feel everything there is to feel in your left leg, from toes to knee, your shin, your foot, your toes, alive with sensation, vibrant with sensation. And you can let your attention now shift to your right thigh bone. Feeling your thigh, front and back, feeling your hip in its socket, feeling the weight of your leg against the floor. Your whole right leg, from toes to hip, alive with sensation. Feeling your left knee, your left thigh bone, your thigh, front and back, your hip in its socket. Feeling everything there is to feel in your left thigh. Feeling everything there is to feel from your left toes to your hip, your entire left leg alive with sensation. Your attention captivated by what you feel in your left leg. And you can feel your right hand, your thumb, and your index finger, your middle finger, your fourth finger, your pinky finger. You can feel the palm of your hand and the back of your hand, your wrist. You can feel the bones in your hand, and the sinew, and the muscle, and the skin, and the pulsing blood. You can feel your whole right hand, its weight against the floor, the temperature of the air against your skin, the texture of whatever you might be touching. Your right hand is fascinating. All of your attention is drawn into your right hand, captivated by what you feel, alive with sensation, vibrant with sensation. And your attention can shift to your left hand. You can feel your thumb and your index finger and your middle finger, your fourth finger, and your pinky finger. You can feel the palm of your left hand and the back of your left hand. You can feel your wrist. You can feel the inside of your hand, the bone and the muscle and the sinew and the pulsing blood. You can feel the skin. You can feel the weight of your hand against the floor, the texture of what you might be touching. You can feel the temperature of the air on your skin. All of your attention now captivated by what you feel in your left hand. Your left hand is alive with sensation, vibrant with sensation. And now you can feel both hands at once. Right hand and left. Equally interesting, equally captivating, your attention fully absorbed in your hands. And feeling your wrists, right side and left side, and both at once. Feeling your forearms, the bones and the muscle and the skin and the sinew, feeling from your right fingertips to your right elbow, your right forearm alive with sensation. Feeling from your right elbow to your right shoulder, the bone of your upper arm, the back of your shoulder resting against the floor, the front of your shoulder, biceps and triceps, skin and muscle and sinew and bone and pulsing blood. Noticing everything now. Your whole right arm is alive with sensation, captivated by the sensations you feel in your right arm. And feeling your left forearm, your wrist, and the bones of your forearm, and the muscle and the skin and the sinew and the pulsing blood. Feeling everything there is to feel from fingertips to elbow in your left arm. Your left forearm alive with sensation. And your left upper arm captivating your attention. Feeling the bone and the muscle, the shoulder resting against the floor, arm bone settled in your shoulder socket. Feeling inside and outside, the weight of your arm against the floor, the pulse of your blood, the vibrancy that you sense from fingertips to shoulder, your whole left arm. It's alive with sensation. Allow it to capture your attention, all of your attention in your left arm. Feeling both arms at once, from fingertips to shoulders. Feeling both legs at once, from toe tips to hip sockets. Feeling now the length of your spine resting against the floor. Your sacrum and each vertebra, the back of your ribs and your shoulder blades. Noticing the whole length of your spine, the weight against the floor, the support of the earth beneath you, the embrace of gravity. Noticing the curve of your ribs, right side and left side, and both at once. Noticing the rise and fall of belly. And aware of the sensations within. Noticing the sensations in your internal organs. Noticing the beat of your heart. Noticing the sensations of breathing. Feeling your breastbone and your right collarbone and your right shoulder and the right side of your neck. Notice everything there is to notice across your right collarbone, the top of your right shoulder, the right side of your neck, your right ear. Noticing your right ear. Noticing your left collarbone. And your left shoulder and the left side of your neck. All of your attention captivated. Left shoulder, left side of your neck, left ear. Take your attention to your lips and your jaw and the root of your tongue. Feeling your tongue inside your mouth, the texture of your teeth, the texture of the roof of your mouth, so much sensation. All of your attention now captivated by what you feel in your mouth. And feeling the root of your tongue, the base of your jaw. Feeling your right ear canal. Noticing everything there is to notice, captivated by what you feel in your right ear. Your inner ear, your middle ear, and the whorls and spirals of your outer ear. All of your attention captivated in your right ear. And bringing attention to the base of your jaw, to your left ear canal. Noticing everything there is to notice now on the left side. The base of your jaw, your ear canal, your inner ear, your middle ear, the whorls and spirals of your outer ear. So much sensation, so much to notice. All of your attention absorbed in your left ear. And feeling both ears at once. From the root of your tongue, the base of your jaw, all the way out to the whorls and spirals of your outer ears. Noticing everything there is to notice. Shifting attention to your nose, your nostrils, right nostril and left nostril, noticing the breath, noticing the sensation of breath. Right around the rims of your nostrils, notice the sensation, captivated by the sensation of breathing. Noticing your right cheekbone, your right cheek, your right eye in its socket. right eyebrow, the right side of your forehead. Noticing your left cheekbone and your cheek, and your eye in its socket, your left eyebrow, the left side of your forehead. Awareness now throughout your face. So much to notice, so much sensation, so much curiosity and fascination. Your attention is absorbed in what you feel in your face. Feeling your forehead, the breadth of your forehead, the curve of your forehead, the space inside. Feeling the crown of the dome of your skull. Noticing everything there is to notice at the crown of your head. And now notice your entire head. Back and front and sides, inside and outside, face and jaw and crown. Your entire head alive with sensation, vibrant with sensation. Allow yourself to be fascinated by what you feel in your head and face. And feeling your whole body at once. From crown of head to soles of feet, from tips of fingers to tips of toes. Noticing every sensation you feel throughout your body. Your entire body alive with sensation. It's fascinating. And then notice your breath. The sensation of energy moving, of prana, life force, vitality. Allow yourself to be captivated by the sensation of breath. And noticing emotions as they arise. Be curious. Be welcoming. Emotions pass by, they shift and change. You experience. Let them be. You can be absorbed in what you feel and how you feel. No need to act. It's all experience. Immersed in the experience of feeling. And noticing thoughts. And noticing thoughts about thoughts. And let those be too. Like sensation, their experience. They simply are. And we observe. Immersed in the experience of thought. Immersed in the experience of emotion. No need to change anything. In this space, this place of awareness, and contentment and restfulness is your inner resource. A space of bliss. Ananda. Ananda Maya Kosha, the body of bliss. All pervasive, deep and subtle, and always there. Experiencing this place of bliss and security and contentment and rest. In this place, this body of bliss, Ananda Maya Kosha, this is where you exist. This is you. Aware of this blissfulness. Aware of experience. Your consciousness. Atman, you, dwelling in this space of pervasive contentment, fundamental contentment. This is always here. When we get quiet, when we observe, when we experience all of our layers of being, we find this place. We remind ourselves of this place. Sat Chit Ananda. Truth is blissful consciousness. This is where we dwell. Resting here, blissful awareness, body supported, mind nourished, dwelling in the space of blissful contentment. Still in this place of alertness, of consciousness, of experience, of contentment, of bliss. Consciously noticing. Noticing thoughts. Noticing emotions. There's simply experience immersed in the thoughts and emotions. Noticing breath. Watching its ebb and flow. Watching its pauses and turnings. Feeling the sensation of flow. Energy circulating in your body. And feeling your body. Feeling your back against the earth. Feeling your fingers and your toes. Feeling your arms and your legs. Feeling the length of your spine. Feeling every sensation there is to feel in your body. Noticing too the input of your senses. The temperature of the air on your skin. The slight sense of sweetness on your tongue. The sounds that you hear around you. The internal hum of nada. The sound that's just on the edge of hearing. The soft light that filters through your eyelids. Still immersed in all of this experience and aware of being aware of this experience, invite your breath deeper. Expanding inhalations, deepening exhalations. Once more, aware of the energy and movement along the front of your spine. Aware of how that energy and movement expands from the front of your spine out to the very edges of your body, the tips of your fingers, the tips of your toes, maybe even radiating an inch or so off the surface of your skin. And invite back movement. Consciously, intentionally begin to move your fingers. Consciously, intentionally begin to move your toes. Allowing the movements to grow organically. More and more of your body comes back to life. Hands and wrists, feet and ankles, arms and legs and spine and neck. Gradually reawakening in a way that feels luxurious and fascinating and delicious. And eventually it might feel like time to roll to one side. You can spend some breaths here, giving yourself a gentle transition back to the outer world. still intimately connected with your inner world. And at some time, it might feel right to bring your hands to the floor and help yourself up. Once more, settling into a comfortably tall seat. Once more, noticing what's here. Completely fascinated by your experience in your physical body, in your body of breath, in your bodies of emotion and thought, in your body of bliss. Engaged with all of that experience. And at the same time, your consciousness is big enough, broad enough, pervasive enough to notice you noticing. And finally, slowly, let's turn our palms up and reach our arms up overhead. You can draw your hands down the midline of your body to your heart. Feeling one hand against the other. Chin slightly lowers. Thank you so much for sharing in this experience. Namaste.